Alright guys, it's my absolute pleasure to bring you to the top 3 of the top 100 NFL players of 2023, as voted by their peers. At number 3, a surprise entry, I'm going to say, in the place of the GOAT Tom Brady. It's Jalen Hurts, QB for the Eagles. They made it to the Super Bowl last year. Well, alright guys, here we are. Man, what a journey! What a journey this has been. And every single year, it's a real journey. It's an opportunity for me to come face to face with a lot of old players, but inevitably a lot of new players. And this year has been no different. Justin Jefferson is not a new. Well, he's a new player in general, but I mean, we all know him, right? He has led the league in receiving yards for the last 2 seasons, I think. We will get some clarification on that. I'm going to look up his stats. We'll watch his video, and the final piece of the puzzle will be when we place him in a rugby team. So, I feel like this outfit, this hat, this hairstyle, everything's getting old for me right now. So what I need to do, I need to change it up. I need to shake things up a wee bit, and I'll be back shortly to continue this list. And what's going to happen is I will get changed. I will put a new hat on because, well, actually the hair's not looking too bad, to be honest. Let's be honest. What do you think? What do you reckon? I reckon I'm looking fucking good, to be honest with you. Fairly decent, as far as the haircut's concerned. I didn't do it myself for once, and you can probably tell. Alright guys, back shortly. Well, that was easy. I don't want to expend too much of my mental energy on trying to pick the perfect outfit, when really all we should be doing is putting every single ounce of mental fortitude, mental energy, especially mine, having gone through 98 players thus far, into this video, giving Justin Jefferson the time of day, the attention he deserves, and first and foremost, let's have a look at his stats. Prepare to be blown away. 24 years of age. I'm going to say he is the second youngest player we have seen on this list. 6'1", 195 pounds. Played at LSU from 17 to 19. Got drafted in the first round of the 2020 draft with pick number 22. He's played 3 seasons. I thought it was 2, but it's 3. Got drafted to the Vikings, and he's been there ever since. Has he signed a second bag? Not yet. But what he does do... What the fuck is that? Jeepers creepers. Thoughts, guys? Alright, so he became the NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 2022, first team All-Pro participant 2022, second team All-Pro in 2020 and 2021, 3-time Pro Bowler in all 3 of his seasons, NFL receptions leader and NFL receiving yards leader last year. And with that in mind, let's have a look at his stats. 4.43 for the 40-yard dash, 37.5 inches on the vertical, 10'6" on the broad jump, 19 on the Wonderlic. I've got no idea why they include that, but we continue. He wanted to improve his draft stocks just that little bit more. Does getting 19 in the Wonderlic as a wide receiver improve your draft stocks? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below. But still, look, he's played 3 seasons. He's played 50 games. I'm going to say he's one of the first guys ever to play 3 seasons and accumulate 50 games, due to the fact that they have added 1 extra game in post 2021. Oh my god, look at this. It's one thing to average almost 100 yards during your college football season, but to do it in the professionals, and not just in the professionals, in your first 3 seasons in the league. He's played 50 games. He has 4,825 receiving yards, 25 receiving touchdowns, 11 rushing attempts for 40 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. He's fumbled the ball twice with over 300 receptions. That's 1 in every 150. Came into the league, 88 receptions, 1,400 yards. Second season, 108 receptions for 1,616 yards. And the third season, leading the league with both receptions and yards, 128 receptions for 1,809 yards. So it just seems the more receptions you give the guy, the more yards he's going to get. As far as maths equations are concerned, that's an easy one. Finally got to the postseason in the 2022 season, played 1 game, 7 receptions for 47 yards, no touchdowns. Interesting. The postseason is different. It's a different kettle of fish. But I must say, I mean... Is it legal to Well, actually, you got a helmet on, so it's going to take away the initial sort of first impressions of the goggles. But I don't mind them. I'm not saying I mind them. He does remind me of some sort of villain on a Batman movie. But we move on. Came into the league in 2020. Was ranked 53rd. 2021, second season, ranked 17th. 2022, gaining the Offensive Player of the Year award, is ranked number 2 on the list. Let's get into it, guys.
Number 1 guy in the league this year. It's tough. I'm trying to think.
I think it's hard not to say Justin Jefferson.
The one person that's standing out to me right now is Justin Jefferson.
He just makes the offense so much better. So I would say he's probably number 1 for me.
Justin Jefferson is my number 1 player.
Isn't that... well, there he is now. Isn't that crazy? Placing a wide receiver, it's just one player out the left or the right side, one-on-one battles with cornerbacks, saying that they are the best player in the entire league. They must be something special.
Hopefully the rest of the league think I'm in the top 5 also.
And hey, different years, different positions. Different years, different things happen. But in this particular case, the wide receiver position, I mean, I still think it should have been Tom Brady, but we'll give it to him.
So last year...
and where the fuck was Jonathan Taylor?
Justin Jefferson was asked, who's the best receiver? And, rightfully so, he gave it to Devontae Adams. But he told people last year, he said, after next year, he said, it's going to be me.
Justin Jefferson began stating his case in the Vikings' very first game.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Jefferson got behind this ballyhoo defense. Let's go!
Against the Packers, in the first half alone, Jefferson had 158 yards.
Oh, shit.
Look at that. Jefferson uncovered.
In game 1. All right, guys, we're going to do something we haven't done for a long time, and we're going to reference his stats. We're going to reference his stats from Pro Football Reference, and we're going to look at his individual game logs. Now, where is this motherfucker? Trending players. He's got to be up there. Justin... No, he's not trending. That's amazing. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Justin Jefferson, game logs 2022. As we heard, started the season with 150-odd yards in the first half, ended that game against Green Bay with 184 receiving yards, 48, 14, 147, 154, 107, 98, 115, 193, 33, 139, 45, 223, 123, 133, 15, and 38, bringing his 2022 total to 1,809. And after that 15th game, I reckon he would have been in the conversation for reaching that elusive 2,000 receiving yard mark. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened. Came up against Green Bay again, and they shut him down big time. 1 reception for 15 yards. Came up against Chicago, they shut him down again. 4 receptions for 38 yards. But he still led the league, and he still makes the list at number 2. Wow. What a way to start the season, though. 189 yards.
JJ is killing them again.
Hey, you like that one? What I really like is the finish, man. Not a lot of guys.
What is the finish?
Make that 6 points.
Oh! Out in out.
I've never saw that before. Hey, 158, and it's just halftime. Nigga, give me a hug.
All right, let's confirm. Most receiving yards in a half. Most receiving yards in a game half. All right, let's see what happens here. What? Flipper Anderson got 336 receiving yards in a half? No, this is in a full game. Gotta be. Jefferson's nowhere to be seen. All right, let's go. Most dominant single game performances. Well, there he is, Ernie Nevers. The man, the myth, the legend. Don Hudson. Yep. Norm Van Brocklin. Jim Brown. No, we're talking about receiving yards, and we're talking about receiving yards in a single half. I don't think that's going to be an easy one to find. So let's continue.
I mean, he's always been a confident person since the day he got in this building, but I think he wants to prove that he's the best of the best.
Wore us out today, man. I got to keep going. Best player on the field today. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ryan.
I think first game of the season being told by the great, the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, best player on the field. Wowee.
His separation is the biggest thing, you know, his raw running and creep.
Now these are the two guys that I used to get confused. I won't get them confused anymore. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. I don't know why. Could well be the hairstyle. Could well be the style of play. But they produce every single game.
Separation is his biggest thing he has.
Jefferson's ability to get open downfield has made him one of the game's great deep threats. But he has proven to be just as dangerous when he's covered.
This dude is unreal. Look at Justin Jefferson. Talk about making a contested catch in traffic.
See ya.
Wow.
You watch his film, it kind of leaves you speechless.
He produces when everybody is like looking to try to take him away. I think that's the next step in the evolution.
They call this an east-west double.
Far out.
They're covering the east, they're covering the west, they're not covering the north.
They were doubling him on third down, and that's just ridiculous.
I think it just shows the trust that he has in
three defenders
from his quarterback.
I mean, you want to talk about trusting.
None of them can do anything. Oh, look at the release. Oh, not just the release.
Look at him high point that football, that concentration. Here's Jefferson. This is covered. I mean, St. Juice has got him, right? He's a tall guy, he's lean. Look at this trust. Just
come on, mate.
He's covered, but guess what? I don't care if he's covered. Even when he's covered, he's uncovered.
As a receiver, we all want that type of trust from our quarterback.
I mean, how can you look, hey, that's it. That is 100% complete and utter trust from his quarterback to throw that ball even when he's certainly not open. I don't know what you call that. I guess you call him Justin Jefferson.
Back in our team and got to have a situation.
He doesn't need to be open.
The Vikings had the ultimate gotta-have-it situation in Buffalo. With 2 minutes left, they trailed by 4 and faced 4th and 18.
He wants Jefferson.
And I mean, Kirk Cousins is the king of the fourth quarter comeback. If you take Tom Brady out of the equation.
Justin Jefferson, hold it in! The catch of his life keeps the Vikings' hopes alive! There's no way!
Okay, I don't know the context of this game. I'm just going to trust the commentators, and I'm going to say that was a pretty good catch.
No one thought he caught it. And then we see their sideline celebrating, and then we watch the replay in slow-mo. I've never seen a play like that, especially in that crucial of a situation. It's got to be one of the best of all time.
How did he keep it off the ground?
And I think everyone on our team is still in shock that happened, but pretty unbelievable play by him.
Justin Jefferson is a great player, and to be able to go up and make that catch, Cam was in good coverage. He went up and one-handed it. It was one of the...
Didn't Stephon Diggs have something similar to that? Or at least, the magnitude of what that catch meant? What do you call that? We need a name for that. It needs to be alliteration. It's not going to be the Minneapolis Miracle, but it could be the Buffalo... You tell me.
Those catches that it's just like, you dude.
What? His ability to track the football, I think, is second to none. As a receiver, you just got to understand sometimes when you're seeing that ball and you can transition late, he's able to do that.
Jefferson finished the year with 128 receptions for 1,809 yards and led the league in both categories. He now has more receiving yards in his first 3 years than any player in NFL history.
Man,
that I am not surprised
he's
at.
doing right now is insane. Like, it's just straight up insane.
The dude has juice. You either have it or you don't, and he brings some energy, some swagger to that offense.
I think a lot of guys pretend to be a superstar, but he naturally has an aura that makes him a superstar, and it's genuine.
Would you believe this ad is actually for deodorant? I think it is, at least. Let's have a look. No, it's for Mountain Dew, sorry. Thirst quencher. He's clearly quite thirsty. Alright guys, so the last thing we will do is place Justin Jefferson into a rugby team. This is the second to last opportunity we will get during the year of 2023 to do this. 6'1", 195 pounds, playing wide receiver. The ability to jump up and catch. The ability to get into space. The ability to just burn cunts. You know, inside, outside, doesn't matter where you line up against this guy. He has the ability to show you one way and go the other. Or he might have the ability to show you one way, show the other, show that way, show that way. A 5-step stutter step is nothing to this guy. And as a defender, flat-footed defender, you know, pedaling backwards to try and make a tackle, absolutely impossible. So the position I'm going to put Justin Jefferson in is on the wing. And I'd love to give him the ball with the most space possible. I said this for Tyreek Hill. This is a different build, but very similar attributes as far as the ability to break a game open, right? One-on-one tackles, good luck. Yards after contact, the ability to get the ball, get into contact and actually produce yards after contact. If he was able to stay on his feet, then he would have the ability to offload in the game of rugby, do a little lateral, which you do have the ability to do in American football, right? As long as you stay on your feet, you can indeed offload the ball through a lateral pass to your oncoming men. It's just that just doesn't happen in the game. Certainly not as regularly as I would like. But if I did indeed have to place Justin Jefferson on a rugby team, it's an easy transition. Put him from wide receiver. He's used to having one-on-one battles with his cornerback, and in this case it would be his opposite winger. He's used to using the sideline to his advantage. In this case, the only time he could use the sideline to his advantage is on defense, because if his attacking man coming towards him does want to take the outside channel, well, he can use that sideline pretty much as an extra man, but then he can also take that space, push his opposing man onto the inside where he's got his number 13, his number 12, and all the flankers and the forwards and everything coming across and helping, right? It's a team game. Rugby is a real team game. American football is definitely, most certainly a team game, but there are more one-on-one battles happening within each play, whereas rugby is a game of 15 against 15, and the game doesn't stop until someone makes a mistake. So look, those are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. I want to say thank you so much for all your support during this series. I don't know when this video is going to be dropped, but for anyone following along at home, this is day 7 of reactions. It is the 9th of August, 2023, and it is 5 p.m. So, being that it is the end of winter here in New Zealand, the sun is almost about to go down, so I feel like I might have one more video in me, and that is the number 1 player in the league for the year of 2022, Patrick Mahomes. Alright guys, strap in folks, we're doing it. We're completing the series in 7 days. Thanks for being here guys, and I'll see you in the next one.